tell you a story, something that happened to him based on a gift that you're about to give. And Emma's going to watch it very carefully. Emma is like one of those French mimes. She can't speak. When the next character, it's actually going to be Owen, Owen's going to come through the door. He did not hear Andrew. All he gets is what Emma pantomimes to learn what the story is. And so what Emma pantomimes, he's going to have to put into what happened. And then he's going to give that to Jacob, who's going to come in next, who didn't hear anything before that. And he's going to have to listen to the story that Owen said. And then finally, Jacob's going to pantomime it for, who is it last? I think it's Noah. And then Noah's going to tell us what really happened at the very end. The story will shift pretty dramatically if they do their job. It's normally in play. So, can someone from this section give me a non-family relationship? Like? Employer and like boss and employee? Yeah. Okay, boss and employee, that is your non-family relationship.
All right, so there was one time I was working for my boss and he told me to do double shift, but I did not want to do that. So I told him so that I did not want to do that, and so he fired me. And from the firing, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to make an exact same replica of that company directly right next to it and see if I can contend for, more money, so I can outprove him. That didn't go very well, so I ended up having to resort to crime. Specifically burglary. So what I did is I went to a Walmart, I bought a ski mask, and I found a pool club, and then I ended up robbing that same Walmart with said items, and to the cashier or whoever works for them, and I said, hey, give me the register right now, just the whole thing, I'll figure the rest out later. He didn't expect that, so out of fear and just confusion, he handed the register right over. So register between my arms, pool noodle, not pool noodle, stick here, rushed out of the Walmart, and then I went to the Target, because, multiple days, I'm going down with a big swing. I went into the Target, no prisoners, right over the head of the cashier, took the register by force, don't need that anymore, picked up the second register, ran all the way back home, and then I realized, wait a minute, I don't know how to open registers. So then I had to go to the local Home Depot and then get a bunch of this, I got this thing, what do welders do, the fire thing?
Welding torch.
Yeah, whatever he said. I got that. I got a hammer, a screwdriver. I didn't really need a screwdriver in advance, but I got all those things. I got the safe over, and then I found out that I just robbed Walmart and Target, and so I had nothing.
Good luck.
All right, put on the show. So our tale begins with a businessman. He shows up to work 2 seconds late, and then his boss yells at him and immediately fires him from the job right on the spot. But he has a proposal for him. If he can make a program that actually works and does things correctly, then he'll actually get his job for the day. He tries and fails absolutely miserably. I mean, so horribly. The program didn't even run right. It actually just, even though he deleted it, it still ran for some reason. So then he turns to what all good businessmen do best. Sorry, I can't English today. A Ponzi scheme. Straight out of Bernie Madoff's book, he advertises a Ponzi scheme where he promises returns of nearly 200% for all of his people that decides to give him money. So the Ponzi scheme starts to go down, begins to get flat. A lot of people want their money back. So what does he do? Start forcibly taking money through bank robberies and purse snatching. Poor Graham. Afterwards, he finally robs a bank. He gets an absurdly large block of gold. Now he tries to break down the gold into smaller chunks so he can rob it and move it back to his home base in a lot easier ways, and hopefully not get found out by the IRS. He opens up the gold block to find out who's hiding it all along. The IRS and the friends he made along the way.
Take my code. You see, I am an expert in C++, the programming language there is. And I showed my program to Steve Jobs, and he absolutely loved it. He loved it so much, I worked at that company for 12 years. 12 years of my life! And I loved every second of it. So much so that they promoted me to product development. That's right. I was to make the next new Apple computer. So they had me draw up the technical specifications, which I thought was weird, seeing as I'm not an engineer, but whatever. So I showed it to him, and it was about 12 feet tall, 8 feet wide. It had 4 screens, but the screens were in color. Now, all computer screens are in color, but I thought it was a selling point. So I showed it to him, and, well, he was disappointed. He hit me! He hit me like my dad used to. I couldn't handle it. I freaked out. I yelled at him, and he fired me. Left me out on the street. So my only alternative was a life of crime. I picked up my pistol, and I robbed the local bank. I said, "Give me all your money!" And they said, "You look like you work at a computer company." And I said, "I do, but not anymore." And I took all the money, and I ran, and I shot people. That's right. I killed! I'm hard like that. Street life, I guess. But that didn't pan out, so I went to Chipotle, and I got a bean burrito. It didn't sit well with me. And just as the police were putting me in the van, I farted. And now I'm known as the fanatical farting ex-Apple computing bank robber. See my ad in the local paper.